Yo, guys, we have put out a ton of these tech tips. Some of them are kind of some storytelling with, a lesson mixed in. Some have been straight step by step. You seem to like the storytelling ones better, so we're going to kind of do like a combination. Something that we talk about all the time, and I swear people just are not listening. So, we're going to mention some maintenance, sometimes some lack thereof, that leads to straight negligence. Guys, you look behind me right here. Here's a perfect example of mixtures of both, right? This guy needs some maintenance. That's what's going on with some repair as well, but cosmetic repair. So that's not really what this is about. This guy right here, it was brought back from the dead between some work that Nick did and then passed it on to us. And we put over 5,000 miles on this truck. It's been to Florida and back. And now it needs some maintenance. So this was straight neglected, and then I wouldn't say restored, but I don't know, fixed up, which kind of means the same thing, but you get it. And now it needs maintenance, and if I don't do that, it's going to end up to where it's going to run to negligence, which we're on the border over here, guys. We're right on that line, and I'm going to take you over there what I'm talking about, and you guys know I love riding motorcycles. Every chance we get, I'm out there. And this guy is pulling all the duty, all right? Especially with the FXR being down for a while and now pulled apart, and we won't even talk about the shovel head right now. But she's been putting in work, and I gave her a little washing. And I did that because, well, number one, it was dirty, but also Bubba, we're going to put his thing up right here. He always talks about it. He said, before you go on a long ride or anything like that, wash your motorcycle because you're going to touch every part of it and you're going to see if something needs some maintenance. That's what we did. And he was 100% right. I'm going to flip you guys around, show you what we found, and what we're going to do about it. All right, we're going to start by pulling these two bolts out right here. It's a 8mm Allen key, and I might need 2 hands for this, but yeah. We'll be back in a second. Yeah, they got a little torque on them, so we need both hands. Pulled those out, no problem. This little clip right here is holding your anti-skid. You don't want to jack that wire up, so pop that off. It comes off pretty easy here. Just, there you go. Don't lose it. You don't want to put that back on. So now you can move this guy around a little bit without worrying about that wire. And we should come right off here, guys. Look at that. Pops right off, and holy scheisskopf. You know what? Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. And that's bad, because this is pretty bad. Let me hold. See here. I'll pull this all apart here. Just gotta pull these little guys out right here, and that's I'll get that out. So we'll do that, but they are as paper thin. Not metal on metal, but man, we're close. Probably shouldn't let it get that close. All right. So there's an old saying that you never want to forget whenever you're doing anything mechanical. Every simple job is one stripped bolt away from being the biggest headache on the planet. And that's kind of what happened here, but we got her out. So where's the bolt? Here we go. It's just this one guy. Everybody says a 6mm, but mine seemed to be a 5. So I think the guys that are saying 6 are wrong, or something. I think this here got caught It was hard coming out, and then it just locked up. So we ended up having to drill it out and use the easy out, and we did not damage the caliper because I've done this a time or two. It's actually what I did on aircraft for about 20-something years. So, got this out. Guys, these things they're not metal yet, but I mean, they might as well be. These are just, this is closer than you ever want to cut it. So like I said, we were definitely on the verge of negligence, but not a problem. Well, the rotor is legit. You can see some markings, but it's not, it's smooth. You're gonna always see this, it's not a big deal. So we're gonna pad slap it and call it good. We should probably get some pads because yeah, we don't have any. I mentioned earlier, it's kind of how I started this video, saying that we had no intention of doing this. We didn't know anything was bad because we kind of lost track of the mileage we put on the motorcycle. And I use back brake a lot. You should do that on a Harley, so that makes sense. And so we're going to shoot up to Harley. Luckily, it's only about 20 minutes away. On the way back, we're going to stop at Stevie's and drop that guy off. So we're getting a lot of Harley stuff done today. I'm pretty... All right, I'm going to stop before I jinx the whole thing.
12 o'clock midnight.
Guys, let's just say that I didn't stop soon enough. Because, well, I'll give you the rundown. We went to Harley. They had the part in stock. That was sweet. It had the whole kit, so it came with a new pin. That worked out well. Went over to Stevie's, dropped everything off. That went well. Decided to pick up some dinner after that. Also went well. About that time, I realized I had some stupid work stuff to do, so I took care of that and said I'll just come back down here, pad slap it, and guys, we're riding tomorrow. That's where things went wrong. The pin won't fit through the hole. That's a problem. I figured out why. It actually goes all the way through. It just won't thread because it doesn't seat well enough. And that's because when I thought there was no damage done to the caliper, I was wrong. It's not detrimental, but it's a pain in the ass. I'll flip you guys around and show you what I'm working with. And I think the other pin, something happened with it. Let me just show you. All right, guys, we're going to talk through this and maybe we can figure it out together. Old pin, new pin. You guys probably could have figured that out by yourselves, but that's really the only fact I know. All right, so look in this region right here. It almost looks like there's a bearing on there. It's not. It's all one piece. It kind of bevels. It bevels in significantly right here. And if you notice on a new pin, it doesn't do that. It's just kind of like a groove cut. And I thought it kind of expanded this right in here on this guy, but it didn't. And I know that for a fact because I actually had some measuring devices here to figure this out with. But it threw it all off. And when that came out is when I think that happened. This wasn't all corroded. I don't know what happened to it, if it got hot or something. But it sucks. That I do know. And this region here, I think, is what caused a little bit of damage on the back of the caliper to where, if you look, the threads don't look bad at all. So that's pretty dope. We just need a seat right so we can actually get the threads in. And that's what we're dealing with. I'll show you the back of the caliper and, I don't know, put this all together. All right, guys, let me try and show you what we got going on here. So let's look down there. Can you see the threads? They actually look pretty good. But towards the back of the hole, you see that, like, it almost looks like a keyway that kind of sticks up. It's a bunch of, like, ground material back there. So that's where it gets aggravating. Let's see if I can... It's working me for a second here, guys. You see here, it's obviously ground up. You can see some chunks. That happened when that thing finally came out, which I don't even know how that happened. I wasn't like hitting it here at all. I actually hit the back of the pin right here, to knock it through. So the problem is we need to knock this down. You can't come from the back side because this hole is smaller than this hole. And if you come from this side, I'm afraid I'm going to jack the threads up. So we're going to try and lightly file this so we can get things through there and get it working the way it's supposed to. But that's what these guys are for. And, well, it's not looking good for tomorrow morning, guys. All right, guys, got the file kit down there. Got a little bit of work done. And here's the pin. She slides right into place now. So that's good. However, we got a new problem. She just doesn't want to start. She just kind of spins. And, yep, didn't start anything at all. Yep, it's right back up. So, apparently, when we thought the threads were not damaged, we were wrong. So now we got to delve into that a little bit deeper. First and foremost, guys, a huge shout out to the fam because old Bethany and Jimbo here, they hooked me up with that for Christmas, and then Megan the kid got me this. Well, I went to a tool show with Jimbo about 25 years ago and got that. Unfortunately, well, this guy bailed us out. That's the whole reason that the old pin even got out, was because of that kit right there. So dope. 25 years, I just realized now that is only standard. And all these bolts and stuff on this American-made Harley are made in Japan, so they're metric. I love this kit, guys. I would take this bolt and I'd be over my pre-X there, figuring out what one fitted, and I'd take it to the hardware store to figure it out. Now I ain't gotta. So this guy right here fits right onto this guy right here. And if I do it straight, there you go. Effortlessly, right? So clearly this is in M10 1.0. So that's what we need to retap that with. These are all standard. I do have in the back room around there a smaller tap and die kit. It only goes up to 7 millimeters, so that's not going to help us. I thought I found something from when I had the old Ninja here, but 10 millimeter, 1.5, so it's the wrong pitch. It is 1:42 in the morning. Guys, we're dead in the water. We are not making this ride tomorrow, and that sucks. But this tech tip might be turned into an actual episode. That sucks, guys. So I'm about to shoot old Wade a text and tell him I ain't gonna be there 8 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, it's not just me, so he's not, it's not like I'm standing him up. Jason and Dave and I think Wayne, maybe John, they're going with him too. So it was going to be a great ride, guys. Like up 33 through like Virginia into West Virginia, big loop. I ain't been on a bike like that for a couple months, guys. It's going to be like the first big ride for me for the year. And I waited till the last minute to do this. 100% my fault. I knew I said it in a video, man, probably about 2-3 weeks that I needed to at least check the back brakes, right? And I didn't make it a priority. Like I said, maintenance is key. And this right here was one step before negligence. I caught it before any damage was done, but did I really? Because now, the fact that those pads were super close is not why this is jacked up. This is jacked up because it's 7 years old. I did not put this together. This was the rear brakes were done at Harley a couple years ago. I forget what I had done, but and I'm not blaming that guy either. these things happen, guys. They're machines, they break. If they didn't, I wouldn't have a job, right? So it is what it is. As much as I hate that frickin' saying, it's so played out, but sometimes it's just kind of true. I'm still gonna get up early in the morning, but now I'm gonna go to the hardware store and get the tap I need so I can put this thing back together. So next time there's a badass ride, I'm not sitting here by myself. Guess I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, guys, it's not morning, but it is still the next day, so I gotta get a little bit of credit, right? I was up early in the morning. We did go looking for stuff, and apparently an M10 by 1.0 is like the unicorn of taps. I'm pretty sure Harley purposely used that one to force me to buy a new caliper. But luckily for me, the guy at the local O'Reilly's, it just opened up. This guy, Michael, awesome, because he wouldn't stop until he found me one. I was thinking I was gonna just go home and find one on Amazon, but he's like, yo, dude, $6. Should be here Monday. So, all right, man, cool. Now, I was hoping he'd say in the morning, but what are you gonna do? So, it's fine. I got plenty of like homeowner stuff to do around the house here. So, I'm gonna take care of that. But it's already dark, guys. So, we're gonna call it, and when it comes in, we'll get back to work and we'll bring you back. So, I'm hoping I see you guys on Monday. Just as planned, guys, it's Monday. I don't have to lie to you. It's great. I mean, it's not the Monday we were shooting for, but that is not Michael's fault. He came through. We got the tool. We're going to verify it's the right one, try to tap this caliper, and hopefully save us a couple $100 for him to buy a new one. That's the plan. Fingers crossed. All right, guys, we're going to start by verifying everything again. Here's the M1-1.0. All right, it's right there. First, we'll take the old caliper pin. This part's not messed up, surprisingly. Good to go. Here's a brand spanking new one. Clearly, even better to go. And here is the tap. Now, we're going to do this very gently because we don't want to cut threads. Look at that, guys. That's it. We are good to go. Let's run this guy through the caliper. All right, so you can't run it all the way through the caliper because it gets smaller. Like if you look at this pin, like here, and see it just gets smaller as it goes through. Even here, there's another drop down. But we ran it through. Well, we bottomed it out, backed it out. Look at all the junk that came. It obviously cut some new threads and just really cleaned it out. So this thing worked like a champ. Let's make sure it all works as it should. So in an effort to make things easier, we moved a couple things around. It's been a couple days because if you're watching the channel, you know we've kind of been all over the place. And, well, as we always say, life gets in the way. So, yes, I did quit mid-job. That happens. We're going to put this guy in now. We ran that through, the tap through. Everything worked great. And here we are now. One-handed, nothing to it, guys. And it runs all the way in, runs all the way out, comes out as it should. So, now we'll pad slap this thing and get back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, guys, it's all back together with the exception of the little pieces right here because I want to show you what's up. But, yeah, we had to drain a little bit of fluid earlier. Well, you kind of saw how that went down. So you got to do that to, compress the pistons. So then we did leak a little because that happens. So we cleaned it up, got a little brake fluid there. We then topped it off with the old synthetic .4 right there because that's what it calls for. And here, we're all back together, guys. So you remember I took this little clip off right here. That's back. Nice. It's run good. Everything's out of the way. There we go. I don't want to get your off. Okay. torque these to spec, torque that to spec. And as I was doing that, guys, I kind of thought about something. Can you see this little clip right there? That goes in that groove to hold this bolt in if it should come loose, because that's pretty important, right? That could bind up and lock the back wheel up. And after that victory I had, yeah, you don't want that to happen. I promise you that. Somewhere with my very organized tools, over here there you go. Here's the old one, the old clip. I found this on the ground over where the truck, not the truck, what's this thing here? The motorcycle was sitting when it was sitting over there. This could have been my fault. There's a slight possibility. I'm gonna put the side cover on in the saddlebag, take it for a ride, and then we'll talk about it. Yo, let me first just start by saying, I love this bike. I just jumped on this thing for the first time in like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I've already heard enough about that, all right? But shot down the chapter going back to the little loop, and she's running great, stops great, all that stuff. So we got to talk about the elephant in the room now. How that bolt, that pin, that caliper pin wouldn't come out. There's a really good chance I forgot to take that out, the safety clip, right? So, show you this picture right here, where, yeah, it's still there. And if you notice, I'm drilling out. So like how it got loose and then got tight again. I'm not gonna go into it too much detail because I'm actually really happy that I got to ride the bike. It's fixed. You can hear like outside, guys, the storm, there's this huge storm coming through. So I made it back without getting wet. So we're gonna focus on the positive, and we'll talk about how stupid I am on the next Tuesday morning tech tip. So while you await that, remember this. If you wanted the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. And sometimes that work means screwing something up because you waited too long to do it in the first place. And you weren't really paying attention because you thought it was too easy. And then not riding your motorcycle for 2 weeks or so, missing at least two really great rides. And now all my friends are going to make fun of me. Thanks for watching, guys.